evening to you once again. This is Rings That Bind. We come your way every Thursday evening like this. We bring a couple to inspire us, to teach us their strategies, to show us their path, the path that they've taken through their journey that has made them have the bliss and harmony they are experiencing in their relationship, so that we can draw inspiration from it, we can draw strength, we can even learn certain things that we can use in our own homes. Welcome to this edition. My name is Nancy Oblete. I am a marriage coach and a behavioral change expert. Don't forget, RTB is brought to you every Thursday at 7 p.m. West African time. And it is brought to you by BRIDGEAFRIQUE, Home of Bliss Incorporated, and Panacea Ville International. So let me go straight ahead to introduce our guest today so that the conversation can start. Our guest today is Samuel Adewumi and Grace Adewumi Adedokun. The couple, they've been married for 14 years, and they are blessed with 3 wonderful children. Join me, welcome them to Rings That Bind today. All right, welcome, sir and ma.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma.
Yeah, please, could you go ahead to just let our listener get to meet you, to know you a bit, tell us a bit about yourself and what you do.
I'm Samuel Adewumi Adedokun. I'm electrical engineering, also a music minister. I'm married to a beautiful woman, Adewumi Adedokun. She's just sitting right here with me.
I'm Grace Adewumi Adedokun. I'm a business woman.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's exciting to have you. My kids whispered to me just before we started. They said, "Mommy, they don't look like husband and wife. They look like brother and sister." I said, yes, that's a compliment. It's because when people stay together, they assimilate each other and begin to look alike. It's great having you today on the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
So usually when we start the conversation, we want to start with getting to know how you met, where you met, and what became the attraction for you to, and why you decided to settle down together.
Yeah. Actually, when we met in the church, in a revival precisely. Like I said, I'm a music minister. I attend a revival, so for ministration. I started, and after the revival, approaching her, tell her that I would love to have a one-on-one talk with her. She gave me a tough time, even before she gave me attention. So it's like months thereabout before I can get her attention. After so many, but we thank God. We later met and we understand each other. And the journey starts with a friendship. And the attraction is not nothing for a black beauty like that. I'm a kind of person that my attraction that make me to call my attention to is the ebony, the black beauty. That's the first thing.
Wow, interesting. Yes, ma'am. I want to hear your own side of this story.
Actually, what he said is almost the same thing. We met at the church program when he came to minister in the church. That is at First Baptist Church, Amedo Bellowe, Kaduna. That is when he met, and he approached me. I gave him a tough time because I don't wish to be a musician wife.
Mhm.
That is the reason why I didn't accept him. And I gave him third time. I want to go and pray about it. When I'm confused, then up to now, I've not telling yes. Since then, if not married, then I say yes. Indeed. After some months and some years.
Wow, interesting. I remember a friend telling me about how his parents met. He said his mom said she would think about it, and it was in the process of thinking he was born.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
what happened.
Yes. Think about it.
Wow, interesting. So
Hmm.
now when you got married, I guess every couple or many couples experience that when they get married, they need to adjust with their finance and all. And for some, they also have financial struggles when they get married. So, did you experience some form of challenges with settling down financially after their wedding?
Let's hear from her.
So we thank God. We have a little, but we thank God we overcome it. It's just like a two nations coming together that have not known each other. When we started the journey, we find it a bit tough, but we bless God. Everything come together.
Uh, like I said, and finance challenges. I'm a kind of person that I work electrical engineering, and I and I my income. The first instance when we start, I believe that my own is to when she needs something, I give it to her. But I never believe that I need to let her know how the income is coming in and how it goes out. Well, the first time we find it somehow difficult. We don't understand that area. But later when I understand, we overcome it because up to now, as I'm talking to you, my wife can boldly tell you what I have in account. Yes.
Wow, interesting. I think it's also part of our culture that they say you should hide some and keep some, make it private, because if the person goes, they may take advantage of you and all. But then I'm intrigued about your learning process. That's you came to this place where you decided to say, I want my wife to get to know how much I earn and all. Can you tell us a bit of how you learned that? What happened? What made you decide that it's important for her to get to know how much you earn?
Yes. Yes. What made me to do that is that even uh, if I tell her that I don't have much in my hand, she will not agree with me. She said, but women. So when I now look at it, okay, what can I do? It's for me to just leave all. Let her see everything. So even when me, myself now, if I'm somehow overspending, she's the one that called my attention that brother, you're overspending, no. So this is the reason. Is because when I couldn't let her know, she always, even when I say I don't she will not believe. But when I get to let her know everything, she's the one cautioning me now, even I'm overspending.
Wow, this is interesting. People think that hiding saves them. They don't know that they put themselves into deeper trouble when they hide. So imagine your wife is collaborating with you to help you spend less. She's now telling you, remember that this is the only money we have, and you have this to do, you have the other one to do. It makes planning easier. It makes life go just smoother when we get to this place. So I am glad that for you, it came early, that you discovered, I'm stressing myself unnecessarily because my wife doesn't know how much I earn. If she knows, we can plan better. Ma, how has the experience been planning together? What has it helped you people really in terms of growing, in terms of your children, raising the family and all? How has this impacted you?
It's helped a lot, ma. It makes us to know our plans and budgeting. Pertaining the children, we will not buy unnecessary things because we know the little we have at hand. Then we'll be able to plan for their what, their welfare and their shelter and clothing them, giving them and healthy food. The little we have at hand, we'll be able to plan about it. It helps a lot to open to each other. Thank you.
Wow, interesting. Okay, let's look at supporting family, that's in-laws as well, as it regards to finance and what we do with our money as a couple. Did this also impact how you send money to your family, do family upkeep? When you started, did you have like a plan to say, okay, this is how we'll take care of our parents, or was it something you also learned on your journey?
Yes, that is interesting, ma. When we started as a couple, she, before our marriage, she lost her dad, and the mom, she's still alive. While on my own side, the both of them, they're still alive. So when we want to send, me, I will not think, there are two now. The money I need to send to my own side has to be much than our own side. So I will send, even not let her to know. I will not discuss that with her. I will send. But when I started that this thing is giving an issue in the family, she will not come out directly to me. But I feel it even in our conversation with me that my own parents, the both of them, and me, I don't even feel that our own mother, she's a widow like that. So we give God the glory. Now, if we are to send, she's the one sending to the both of them. And we never said, because this side there are two and the other side are one, we send the same amount to both of them. And if they were to call, they will call me. She's the one that sent, but they are calling me to appreciate me. So
wow, interesting. Yes, Ma, I would like to get your thoughts too on this.
We bless God. We find it difficult before we understand each other pertaining that issue. I used to think it in my mind when he sent money to his own parents. I would say, your parents are two. Why mine is widow? Why are you sending little money to her? Rather sending the highest money to the widow and both your own parents, you send the little. Or let us do it like this. Let's share it equally. Send, whether example, 5,000, then send 5,000 to my own parents. Then we tackle the issue, but we thank God we overcome it before we understand each other. That abundantly we understand each other.
Well, this is interesting. You know, when I talk with couples, one of the things I say to them is always assume best intention, that your partner was not having a negative thing in mind when they were doing it. Because just listening to your two arguments, they actually made sense to the both of you at the time. He was thinking, it's just mama, so if I send it to her, she's just taking care of herself. So why send the same money to her that I sent to my parents? They are two, they will have to share this money in between the both of them. But you, on the other hand, was looking at it, at least they have each other. That means something is coming in. She is just a widow, nothing is coming in. So you see, this is how we end up having conflicts, because we are all thinking about the same situation, but with different perspective. We are looking at it from different angles. Now, the ability to come together, look at it together, and decide what we want to do is really powerful. And I'm glad that for you, you were able to find that solution and like pull it together, so that now both parents are feeling taken care of and the both of you are happy even within the relationship. That's amazing. Yeah, so let's talk about other areas in your in-law relationship. Did you have any challenge with other aspects of in-law management?
Yeah, we don't have much. But on our own side, you know, I felt there's some part of the in-law side that I'm not too uh, I'm not too friendly with them. So that brings a lot of argument sometimes, which she always think that is it that my people, they are not your people, like that. But later, we now, me myself, I will be the one to say, okay, let's go to visit. Or I tell her, did you call so person? Uh, Call her now. I will be the one to tell her, call. She will now say, look at me that this is the person that I don't even want to listen to anything about this soul person. But with that, we overcome the challenges.
Well, this is interesting. Now, there's a secret we teach. It's called accepting influence, and it's for men mostly, that a man should have the capacity, even though he's the head, to be able to listen to his wife and take some of her advices, not just all. And in this our brief conversation, I can see that at play very well in your relationship. That you allow your wife's influence. When she talks, you consider what she says, and you decide to say, okay, because you have said this, because you have said that, I would check again. And it's a secret for making marriage last, for making marriage work. I know a few people who the men will insist and struggle and say, no, it is me. I am the man. I have to do it. And the more they do that, the more the relationship suffers because they do. Yeah. So I'm sure now you are very happy in this relationship because at least your voice is heard. If you speak, you get him to consider in the relationship.
Yes, thank you.
So you mentioned that you are a music minister, and I know that being in the ministry, you would have to travel a couple of times from place to place to minister and all. So looking at your ministry and your family, what are the advantages that your ministry has brought to your family? And then what are some of the challenges you've had to cope with because of ministry, combining it with raising a family?
Thank you. Let me start with the challenges. Music ministry, coupled with family, is not easy. Seriously. At the first sight, when I'm going out for ministration, sometimes when I go out, I might leave the family like 2-3 days without coming back home. So she will be the one calling, even when we are on a journey. She will be the one. Sometimes when I get there, I will not even thinking of calling her that I'm already in so place. So she will now call, say, is that how suppose I don't even call to tell her that I arrived safely and she is disturbed, blah blah blah. So, and when I think over this, anytime I'm going on journey, I'll make sure before anything, when I get there, she'll be the one I call. That, madam, I'm there already. Even up to now, if she's going to work in the morning, once she gets to work, she will call me. I'm at work now. Wow. So this is what we learn from each other. That letting music ministry. When I started with music, when I started combining music and family and home, I find it so much difficult because sometimes when I come home, I always busy thinking of what to compose for next ministration. When she's talking to me, sometimes I will not have time. But now, what I do is I will make sure I leave the music. Anytime I come home, that music, I'll keep it aside. Make sure I listen to her. When we finish devotion at night, everybody's going to sleep. But then I can now come back to my music, do whatsoever I need to do, pray before I now go. And this helped me a lot. If not, at the first sight, we do have so much misunderstanding on that. But for the benefits music is bringing to family, a lot. My family has come across so many things. Even with the privilege I'm having right now, is all for music. I can say music still connects me. The privilege I'm having right now, even as I'm speaking, is music that brought me far. So music benefits, the benefit I have in music much more than the challenges. So I give God the glory for that.
Oh, interesting. Now, I want to hear your thoughts. What's it like to be a music minister's wife?
So I thank God. The first side I said it that when he approached me or he told me, I told him I don't want to be a minister wife because I know there is a lot of challenges there. The challenges, I didn't even think about the advantage, but I think a lot about the challenges. When he will not have time to listen to the family, he's always thinking about composing. I thank God and I bless God. The fourth years of our wedding, I find it so difficult. I will be the only one holding the baby. He was there singing around, locking himself in one room, composing song. I was so feel that am I the only one that give birth to this baby? Nobody to attend. Even if I'm telling you I need some things, you say, see, just go and buy it, just go and buy it. Just listen to me once, but later I bless God. Just have to adapt with him to say, let me just support his mission so that his mission should be accomplished. And I thank God that God give me the grace. When the second born came, the third born, I just surrender. Even right now, last week he traveled, he didn't even bother to call. I'm the one calling, pray for him, and I let him be. Even yesterday, he was there composing in the room. I left him in the parlor and I went to my own bedroom. When he's through, he came to meet me after the prayer. I just thank God. It's just we have to understand each other. If we understand each other in the family, there will not be any conflict. We bless God for the understanding.
Wow, interesting. I like the flexibility. Since he's not calling, I will call you. If you don't call me, I'll call you. You know, instead of saying it is you that is supposed to call. So if you don't call, you're wrong. But that flexibility to say, you know, if you are not calling, I'm going to call you because we have to, this is important. We also have to keep tabs here. So I'm going to be the gatekeeper here. That's amazing. And then right now, do you go with him for performance? Do you perform with him, or how does you?
I don't, ma. I don't. I just let me say, recently I started following him. But let me say for some years when he's going, I don't. I would say that I'm looking after the children. But I see that is a danger for holding him to be going to administration sometimes. And I thank God, God opened my eyes to see the danger that is there. That only going as a male to administration is very dangerous. And we thank God for the children, the kids. When we go along these days, we go with him. But I don't know how to minister. I just support him going and be telling him what he did is right or is not is wrong.
Wow, interesting. Yes, because I know that the music ministry comes with a lot of challenges, especially with women and all that. So having your support is very, very massive. So did you face any of such challenges, especially with the opposite sex attraction and all because of music and singing?
Yes. You said
did you face any challenges?
Yes, the challenges, there's a lot of, and it's when there's some years back, people don't really know who is my wife. Sometimes might be thinking one of my backup that they sing along with me. They will say, "Is this Madam?" I'll be the one to tell them, "I know it's not Madam." Not until when she started going with me. So, and the danger there, I see even before me myself said we need to go together. And sometimes when she said she will not go, I will go with the kid, one of the kids that, okay, you will represent your mom, even when she's not there. So when she's not going, it's not easy. Women in music, it's, it's another topic on its own. Some will just come, "Sir, we need your contact number." You told me because the administration, they are okay with the administration, but when they will call, different thing. And truly, my phone, I don't even have code for my phone. My children, everybody can open my phone, and because sometimes they will be the one to say, somebody is calling you. Sometimes I will say, I don't want to pick. You can pick my call. And because of the transparency, because we know each other, there's nothing like we can say eating. But we are not eating anything for each other. Regarding to music, I go to music. Like last week, I'm in Kogi State, and everything. Sometimes I will record, come back home, I will start playing it for my family. Look at the way I spend my time in so state. Oh, this is how we do. And it's very interesting. Me open up to my wife in times of my music industry.
Wow, that's amazing. Because since I've been in the church circle for almost all my life, I have seen this happen, and it has wrecked a lot of homes, because
Yes.
everybody is after once you are, it's kind of like you are a star, you are a celebrity. Everybody rushes to you, the good, the bad, the ones that come with good intention, the ones that come
Yes.
for so the fact that you were able to notice that and cover that gap quickly before it becomes an issue is massive. And also Oga's willingness to be this accountable with the whole process is really, really interesting. You are laughing. I know in your mind you're saying, yes, so I thank God. We've seen crazy things that have happened, and this is one of the ways to protect ourselves from infidelity, because if we are able to do what we are supposed to do on our part, we are accountable, we are open to each other, we allow that line to be of communication to be open and regular, then we can be certain that we'll be able to protect each other when the need comes, and will not give the devil a foothold in your relationship. So Ma, before we move to the next segment, I want to ask you, looking back at these 14 years together, and let's imagine that one of our listeners is just getting married. What are a few things you point to them and say, these are things I think you should prepare with and hold on, so that you'll be able to go through your marriage journey happily?
My advice that I will give to the new couple,
someone that's going
to the marriage. 14 years journey is not an easy journey. But if I say that it's not challenges, I'm lying. There is a lot of challenges in marriage. But as a Christian, the Bible said we will overcome them. First, let me say, firstly, you have to know your couple, your spouse. The second thing, unity. You have to be unite together. Then the third thing, don't hide. There should not be secrets. Should be open up to each other. Then the fourth thing, understanding of each other. We are coming from different places, different brought up, different background. Before you can, if not the grace of God to understand each other, the marriage will not last. You have to understand. That is the fourth thing I have to say. You have to understand. Then you have to be acceptable, accepting. Even when he was lying or she was lying to you, accept whatever he or she was saying. If you can accept each other, there will not be a conflict at all. But if you do not accept each other, when she said this, you say, I'm the head of the house. Why will she command me? No, no. You are the head of the house, quite all right. The lady should give the respect, while the husband should give the respect to the wife. The Bible says we are the helpmate of each other. Yes, they have to respect each other. Don't molest your wife or your spouse outside. Then you have to be calling a unique name, not calling Adebiyi or Samuel. No, at least giving a pet name, whether Temi or my love, my sweetheart. Even if it is outside, you gave in that pet name. Then another advice, no matter what you are passing through at home, the moment you are going out, you cover it. You don't let people to see what you are passing through in your home. Then the next thing, don't invite third party to your marriage. The third party may be your friend. The third party may be your family. The moment you have complained of your husband or wife to the both family is another big problem. Then if you are taking advice from the third party as a new or a couple, the marriage will not be last because they will not give you the right advice. The first year of my wedding, before I married, I have a friend. But when I married, I have my firstborn. I said, I don't need a friend again. The best friend I have is him. He's my friend. He's my husband. He's my daddy. And later, I put the friendship on my firstborn, that she's my best friend. But my best friend is my husband. I don't have a friend. As a couple, don't have a friend that will giving you a wrong advice so that to not destroy your home. Then another thing that can make your marriage to last is opening to each other. I said it, financially. Financially, when your income, whether you are a student or a worker, and he was a businessman or a office man, whether a banker, open up to each other, let each other know the incomes that is coming in, then you'll be able to plan the family life together. Without doing that, there will be a conflict at home. God will help us. Then we need the Most High God in the family, which is Jesus, took over the family. God will help us.
Interesting. A few things I want to buttress from what you said. You talked about being transparent, open, transparent, no hiding of secrets, then respecting each other. You know, usually we say the man wants respect, the woman wants love, but everybody deserves respect. Even a child should be respected. So the importance of respect in a relationship, in a union, cannot be overemphasized. We are all humans. For the mere fact that we are humans, we should be respected. Because sometimes some people say, hey, he has not shown himself worthy of respect. And then at other times, it's because we are not respecting him. That's why he's acting the way he's acting, or she's acting the way she's acting. Because sometimes we just form this unhealthy pattern. I don't respect you, therefore the person acts the way they act, and then we act and we continue. So I think that was really, really massive that you talked about. Then sharing our burdens or our challenges in our relationship with friends, with family members. You know, the challenge is after you've told them terrible things about your partner, and maybe you go back and resolve those issues, that your friend looking at your husband with those eyes of the things you told, she's not able to see that you have made a way. And then how do you go back to your family and say, no, actually that thing, it has been resolved now, he's now a good person? You know, it's kind of complicated, except if you have very matured minds who will be able to put you down together, sit with you and look at you as equals, not take sides when issues happen. So I think that's very, very massive. And of course, human beings, we shouldn't carry our problems on our face. When we need help, we should know where to go to get the help we need. Or we don't carry our problems on our face. So everybody say, Kai, sorry, you. Hi, it is well with you in Jesus' name. We'll be praying. Meanwhile, they are gossiping about you behind and all. So I think that those are powerful tips that can help people listening to us today to imbibe. So do you have any thoughts you want to add to that?
I don't have much. You said it all. But for the new people that are coming into marriage, there's the thing I would let them to know. There is differences in marriage, but you learn how to manage it. Yes. It's not everything that goes smooth in marriage. But once you understand each other, like she said, you overcome it. And for new people coming to marriage, you need to know, keep those things that you're bringing from your own end. Keep it aside. Don't relate what you, like I do tell my wife, when sometimes I'll say, my mom, this is not how she do. This is not how she do when she's they are brought in us up. She do like this. My wife should tell me that, are you going to call your mom now to come and do this for you? You know? So you need to, you don't need to compare that of your own, where you're coming from, either the male or female, and bring it. There's some things that you need to tap from your end, but not to compare that. You want it to happen the way it is. When you are coming, you need to understand that two are coming and become one. So you need to understand that the both of you, your brought up is not the same from the same places, and you need to understand that what me I'm bringing from my own side has to be different from my wife's side. So once you understand that, you can compare the two and manage them together, and this is going to help us a lot. This is my takes on this.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yes, I think that is powerful. That comparison, the desire to have it as we used to have it in our father's house in this marriage. Because a marriage is supposed to be allowed to have its own life, to create new experiences. Yes, we will learn. In fact, there are things we would have taken from our parents that we are not even aware of, and they will show up in our marriage, and it's fine. But we cannot be actively trying to recreate that marriage, because the people in that marriage are not the same people in this marriage. They are two different experiences coming together to form this. So we have to allow this unique experience or expression from each of us to blend together and form our culture. So many people get married, and initially is a struggle, but if you stand in there and you walk through it, you'll be able to come up with a beautiful and new experience that is yours and is unique to your relationship. So I think that was really, really powerful that you shared. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's go to our short questions. These questions are for fun. We want to know, we want to see how much you know about each other, and all is just for fun. So, ma'am, I'm going to start with you. No, sorry. Let me start with you, sir.
Okay.
What was your wife wearing on the day you first saw her?
Uh, that is serious. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's one skirt on blouse like that. Abby?
Were you wearing a skirt and blouse, Mel?
Yes.
Skirt and blouse, yes, yes. I remember it was.
Fantastic. Do you remember the color?
Ah, I can remember the skirt. The skirt is brown, but that top, uh, no, I cannot picture that for now.
You're supposed
Yes.
to remember.
Maybe you can remember that.
It is.
Okay. So can you remind me what the top was? The color.
No, even I didn't remember. Even
Oh, you can't remember either.
I can't.
All right.
Brown skirt like that,
I can't.
and the top. I
Okay,
can't.
fantastic. But you tried. You were able to. You remember it's a skirt and blouse. You remember the color
Yes,
of
I
the.
remember. But that night,
Fantastic.
somehow tough. That night, I have to follow her like an hour.
Wow.
Madam, please talk to me. Nothing. She's with her friend then, one of our friend Mary, that very night after the service. So that's what I can remember.
Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so Ma, who is your husband's closest friend right now? Not before, right now.
Oh, I am the one. He didn't have friend.
Is she correct? Is she the one?
Madam, I don't have friend. She's the only friend
Wow.
because
Wow.
taught me so many things in life. So my best friend now, she's the one. She's the one I can tell all my plans, all what I'm passing through. She's the only one that knows. Nobody can even my pastor can't say anything about me. It's what she said. That's the last thing.
Wow. That means the both of you have a very strong friendship. That's good. Well done. Okay, so sir, what's your wife's best food? The one that you know she loves so much.
It's been so. Her best food is beans. I mean, I don't like beans, but she has to learn how to beans. She can eat beans for 5 days with non-stop.
Wow.
Just
Is
beans.
that true, ma? You can eat this for 5 days.
I tell you. But me, I'm not in love. I'm not a lover of beans, but I have to learn it. Now I can. I'm coping. I'm coping. I'm about to eat already.
Fantastic. Okay, ma. So if your husband is feeling maybe down, either discouraged or sad or something, what is one thing you know that you can do to cheer him up?
The first thing I will do is that I will let him to be a bit when he was being discouraged or let me say angry, upset. I will let him to relax a bit. When he's relaxed, then the next thing I pick a song that I know he loves most, and I'll just be singing without even talking to him. From there, he will respond to my music, and that is how
Wow.
it's mine.
Wow, that's amazing. Like, this is so sweet. So you don't do the talk to me. You already know it will not work. You just allow him to cool off, and then you use one of the things you know he loves the most in the world, music, to get his attention. Wow, that's so beautiful. Listen, I'm sure from that, you also will be learning that certain times it's not just about words, it's also about knowing our partners deeply, to know how to connect with them, not just with words, but in a way that is meaningful to them, in a way that inspires them and energizes them. And I think this is very powerful, and it is a wonderful way to end our conversation today. We have been talking with Mr. Samuel Adewumi and Mrs. Grace Adewumi Adedokun. and they've been sharing with us the secret that has kept their marriage thriving for the past 14 years, where they have enjoyed bliss, they've had challenges, they've had things they had to overcome, but overall, they are happy. Overall, they are fulfilled in their relationship, and they're raising their wonderful 3 children together. We want to thank you. I want to thank you on behalf of the RTV team for being on the conversation today and for sharing your experience with us. Thank you so much for coming.
Welcome. You're welcome. It's nice having you.
And so listener, you remember that you can always connect with us. Our contacts are there. You can reach out to say your thoughts. You can reach out with your questions. We'll be glad to hear from you. And you can help us also market this by sharing to your friends, tagging your friends so that they join us regularly to have this conversation. Now, don't also forget that we have a program coming up. Panacea Ville has a program coming up. It's titled Unbreakable Bonds. Unbreakable Bonds, navigating today's marital challenge realities. If you want to be on that program, you would need to register to attend. So the link to do so will be in the description of this program. You can click on it, register and attend, or simply just send a message in the comments and say, I want to be part of the event, and we'll be sure to reach out to you. Also follow our channels on YouTube and on Facebook. There's a lot that you will learn from it. BRIDGEAFRIQUE magazine on YouTube and on Facebook. Then Panacea Ville on YouTube and on Facebook. You have a lot of resources that you can benefit from if you follow our channels. Thank you so much for being a part of this